Hello there, here we are again. This time I thought I'd do a short video on my real passion when it comes to vinyl, well, any music actually, and that's the blues. My collection isn't that great, but it's quite difficult to find blues records in the UK at good prices. eBay, they tend to be quite expensive for the type of blues that I like, so I do sort of pick up one or two from there, but I go to record fairs in London regularly, and I've got a record shop not too far from me, occasionally has them, but they're not that common really, so just pick them up where I can. Okay, let's start off with the one in the picture. Memphis Slim. It's a 60s pressing on the Extra label, sort of a bluesy, folky label, and that's from the mid-60s, and it's got some really good tracks on it, and it's in nice condition for a white sleeve. The front is laminated, and it's pretty nice. There's the man himself, Memphis. I like him a lot. That's one side. Next up, one of my favourite blues albums in my small collection, Lightning Sam Hopkins. He's just fantastic. He's brilliant. If you haven't heard him, give him a listen. Really good. And that's 1970s on RCA stereo copy. I picked up from the West End in London. Tottenham Court Road, somewhere I frequent quite a lot. World of Blues Power, Volume 3. This is a Decca compilation album, mainly British blues, but a few American artists as well. Robert Nighthawk's on there, he's very good, and Eddie Boyd, of course, fantastic, among others. It's one of my rare, well, it's not a rare record, it's a rare original in my collection. It's an American pressing of Super Blues. Bo Diddley, Muddy Waters and Little Walter joined forces, and this is from Chicago, Illinois. This was pressed Checker Records, Super Blues, and there they are. Bo, Muddy and Walter performed together for the first time. Brilliant album. The only Blue Horizon album I've got in the collection, a very expensive label to collect. Super Duper Blues, a very common compilation, possibly the most common Blue Horizon album, blues album anyway. It's got great artists on it, Fleetwood Mac, Chicken Shack. Johnny Shines there. Johnny Shines used to hop trains with the legendary Robert Johnson back in the 30s. And if you watch blues documentaries, he pops up occasionally and tells some stories about Robert Johnson. He's probably the greatest of all the Delta blues men, and Johnny Shines is a great artist in his own right, so that's that one. Climax Blues Band, more traditional sort of, American blues, 70s album, good album. The name says it all, doesn't it? John Lee Hooker. Great. That's all I'm going to say on that. Bo Diddley, yeah, not a big Bo Diddley fan. He's okay, but it's there anyway. World of Blues Power, that's the first of the compilation albums. Peter Green, Paul Butterfield, Savoy Brown, great. I haven't got any of their records because they're very expensive. Champion Jack Dupree, fantastic. Again, the name says it all. Muddy Waters, probably my favourite blues artist, and there he is. They Call Me. It's an American pressing in the 70s. Another Muddy Waters, Trouble No More. It's his singles from 55 to 59 on Chess. Another another Muddy Waters, Chess Masters. Bit tatty that one, but it's a double album of his best stuff. Another American blues band, of course, Canned Heat. I like Canned Heat, very good band, and yeah, great stuff. That's one more River to Cross, American pressing. Best of Canned Heat cookbook from, I think that's the late 60s, that one. It's an English pressing on Liberty. Pete Seeger, folk artist, and Big Bill Bruesney in concert on that extra label again. Join forces. That's a good album. Seeger, of course, more folky than blues, but they sing well together. It's another Big Bill. When I first saw that photo, I thought it was Robert Johnson. Sure, there's a Robert Johnson picture. It looks very similar to that, but it must be Big Bill. Anyway, he's great. Next up, some British blues. John Mayall. Fantastic. Anything by Mayall is amazing. That's the album with the Blues Breakers with Peter Green on it. A Hard Road. John Mayall, jazz blues fusion. Not a jazz fan, as I said before in one of my other videos, not generally anyway. But I do like Dixieland jazz. And this actually is sort of a jazz fusion album, as it says on there. It's live from Boston and Neil. It's a good album. Mayall does it well. This one is an Australian pressing, Return of the Blues Breakers with Mick Taylor. Got that as a job lot from eBay, I think. John Mayall, No More Interviews. That's a late 70s album from John. It's one of his older albums, Blues from Laurel Canyon. That's an original on Decca, the unboxed Decca. In mono, from 1969, I think. Fleetwood Mac, don't have much. This is Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, by the way. Mick Fleetwood with hair. It's a rarity. That's one of those. CBS Greatest Hits compilation, things like Albatross and Love That Burns. I like that song. Oh Well, of course, and of course they're probably the most well-known song, Black Magic Woman. Sonny Boy Williamson, Volume 1, Night Sonny Boy. There's another one of his. I think that's the original Sonny Boy, that one, and that's the other Sonny Boy. If you know blues, you know what I'm talking about. Down and Out Blues, Sonny Boy Williamson again. And there's, with the Yardbirds, that's a legendary album. That's a reissue, German copy from the 70s, I think. It's got the corner snipped off for some reason. And here we go. This is Howlin' Wolf. It's the only Howlin' Wolf album I've got. I love Howlin' Wolf. It's just outstanding. And this one is called Riding in the Moonlight. And it's an 80s pressing, but it's in nice condition. And finally, after me saying I don't like jazz, I picked this up from, where was it? Ooh, Tottenham Court Road, I think. One of the record shops down there. And Yellow Dog Blues. It was £1, very tatty, but the record's nice, and it's Dixieland jazz. I thought I'd give it a go. I think it's 30s New Orleans jazz, and it's really good. I like that type of jazz. The other I'm yet to be convinced by. Coltrane, Miles Davis. I'll have to better listen to, I think, before passing my opinion. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe or leave any